All right, let's talk about the present continuous tense. Now, you probably think you've got it down, right? I am talking. Simple. Well, today, we're going to level up. We're going way beyond the basics to unlock how this tense can make you sound so much more natural and fluent. Let's get right into it.
So let me ask you a question. What are you doing this weekend? Seriously, think about your answer. Did you say something like, I'm meeting my friends, or I'm visiting my family? If you did, guess what? You're already using the present continuous to talk about the future. And that is exactly the kind of powerful next-level usage we're going to master today.
Okay, first things first. We're going to do a super quick review of the foundation. We've got to make sure the basics are totally solid before we start adding all the cool new tools that'll really upgrade your English. You almost certainly remember the basic recipe, right? It's just a subject, the right form of the verb be, so am, is, or are, and then you stick an ing on the end of the main verb. Simple stuff, but it is the core of everything we're about to cover.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. We're going to see how this one simple tense can work in 3 completely different situations. Think of these as 3 new power-ups you're about to add to your English toolkit.
So here's the game plan. We start with actions happening now, which you totally know. Then we stretch that idea a bit to temporary situations, things that are happening around now. And finally, we'll get to the big one that really makes a difference, future arrangements. Mastering this one is key.
Use number 1 is the classic, the one everybody learns on day 1. It's for an action happening at this very moment. You look out the window in Keelong, you see water coming down, you can say, it is raining again. It's happening right now. Easy.
Next up, use 2. This one kind of expands the timeline. It's for situations that are temporary. They're happening around now, but not necessarily at this exact second. For instance, your friend might be scrolling on her phone at this moment, but you can still say, she is studying very hard this week. It describes her current focus, her temporary reality. Make sense?
And that brings us to the big one, the real game changer, future arrangements. When you have a fixed plan, something set in your calendar, especially with other people, you use the present continuous. Saying, we are meeting at Taipei 101 sounds so much more definite and natural than we will meet. It implies the plan is locked in.
Okay, let's talk about something that will instantly help you sound more natural. We need to cover what I call the stative verb trap. So many learners fall into this, but learning to avoid it is like a secret weapon for fluency. So what is this trap? Well, some verbs don't describe actions. They describe states of being, like your feelings, your thoughts, or something you own. And because they aren't actions, we generally can't put them in that continuous ing form. Let's see exactly what that looks like.
This chart makes it super clear. For feelings, you say I like stinky tofu, not I am liking stinky tofu. For your thoughts, it's I know the answer, not I am knowing the answer. And when you own something, I have a scooter, definitely not I am having a scooter. Seriously, avoiding these common mistakes is a huge key to sounding more natural.
But you know English, there's almost always an exception. Some verbs, like think or have, can actually be both. It just depends on the meaning. If you say, I think Taiwan is beautiful, that's a state, it's your opinion. But if you say, I am thinking about buying a new phone, that's an action. It's the mental process that's happening right now. See the difference? All right, enough with the rules and theory. Let's see how all this stuff actually works out in the real world. We're going to check out a couple of everyday conversations to see this grammar in action.
First up, let's listen in on 2 friends trying to make plans to go to the Shilling night market. Their conversation is going to be packed with examples of using the present continuous for future arrangements.
So one friend suggests Saturday, and notice Mark's reply. He doesn't say, I will have dinner. He says, I am having dinner. Why? Because it's a fixed plan. It's an arrangement he's already made. This is perfect, 100% natural English.
And the conversation keeps going. And Mark uses the tense again. I am playing basketball. This isn't just some vague idea. It's a scheduled event in his calendar. This is exactly how you should be talking about your own fixed plans. Okay, for our next dialogue, let's imagine 2 old classmates who just bump into each other. Their chat is going to be full of those temporary situations, what they're up to around now in their lives. When Sarah asks what he's up to, Wei says, I am working on a huge project. Now, he's not literally at his desk at that second, but this project is his temporary reality. It's what defines his life these days.
And Sarah does the exact same thing. I am taking a break, and I am learning how to bake. These are the temporary situations that describe her life right now. It's not forever, it's just what's happening around now. Perfect.
Okay, you've seen the rules, the exceptions, and the real-life examples. Now it's time to put it all together and test your new skills. Let's do a final fun challenge. You ready? First one, a fill in the blank. I usually drink tea, but today and the verb is drink. What's the right form to put in there? Take a second.
And the answer is, I'm drinking amethyst. Why? Because it's a temporary action. It's an exception to his usual routine. It's what's happening today, not always.
Now for a classic mistake. Take a look at this sentence. He is wanting to buy a Gogoro. What's wrong with that?
The correction is, of course, he wants to buy a Gogoro. Remember that stative verb trap? The verb want describes a state, a feeling. It's not an action, so we avoid the ing form.
So there you have it. We move from the simple basics to temporary situations, future plans, and even how to avoid the stative verb trap. You've officially leveled up. Which leads me to one last question for you. Now that you know the rules, what exciting new plans are you making this month?